Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade and the
Shade in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl, Treese.
It's Nellz.
And today we are jumping into the fan favorite, the 90 Day of the Fiancé, Season 10, Episode 3. Don't get me lying about what the title was, because it was real for no
To
reason.
celebrate the union.
Was it? Are you sure?
Yeah, to celebrate the union.
Oh, wow. I had something totally different.
I don't know.
Look,
I don't know how it.
did I watch the right episode? Anyway, so
I hope you watched the newest one.
that is the newest one. That was the one we were supposed to
No.
be doing.
Well, maybe it just showed upcoming for me. Girl, you know how my TV works. It'll be like new, but it's upcoming.
Oh, I was like, girl, don't play with
This
me.
is wait. Look, I can say it since it's the first scene. This is the one where they got massages, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. To celebrate the union. I don't know what that's how that
No,
correlates, but
they're doing the marriage thing. I figured it out after episode 2. That's why they started with Dearly Beloved. The second one was Now We Are Gathered Here. And that's why when you said to celebrate the union, because I thought I saw something else like to join people together or something was the name of the next episode. But I guess that would make sense. That would make sense. I guess you could say that in your, vows or whatever. But anyway, sorry to go into that long tangent. If you haven't already, Shade Squad, please make sure that you hit that like button
and that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it and let's get shady. We get into Nellz's favorite couple, but I got them this time.
I knew she was gonna say that. Look, I know. Look, you don't never hardly have them.
But you know what? I clearly have been missing out because this was the easiest to cover because I didn't cover a lot of it for your sake.
You know what? That's to me, Gino and Jasmine are easy. They love each other. They fight. They love each other. Scene's over.
Yeah, no, I mean, but
or
when you're
they love each other, they fight, they love each other, they fight,
it's over. It works.
Oh, but we usually skip past
it ends up being a total of like 10 minutes. I can deal with it. So we see that Jasmine and Gino then had their nasty time and they role playing. And
apparently she's not a virgin anymore.
And again, I ain't even include that in my notes. I don't care. So with any scene with these two, that I could have done without. They're both hopeful that they can get their love life back on track. Jasmine tells Gino the more sex she has, the more she can get along with him.
What's crazy is she constantly talks about how bad it is, but how does it always put you in a good mood?
That's why I can understand that. Jasmine gets up and she's annoyed because Gino has bought honey bread for breakfast, and she's like, do you know where honey comes from? It's from the bees. And I was like, oh my god.
And bees are animals.
She hopes that her veganism will rub off on Gino eventually. She complains about being cold, and so Gino offers to let her wear his clothes. And she's like, no, I've been doing that, and that's not cute, and I want my own wardrobe. And then speaking of things that we need to do,
I want you to spend some money.
Basically, we need to get this house together because it's just old and it's just nasty, and I don't see how you living like this. And so Gino is like overwhelmed because we know he ain't got no job. And I thought that was so it was weird because I'm now starting to believe you a little bit more in thinking that he was let go, because Jasmine made a good point in the scene that we're about to go into. Gino finally fesses up and tells Jasmine that he's no longer working. He tries to explain it to her like, I'm doing this for you so we could spend more time together, so you could get acclimated. And Jasmine's
like,
why
don't you just take off for work?
Right.
Why don't you just save up your PTO?
Right.
So and take some time off for work and still get paid.
Right.
It's because the math ain't math, and that's no,
it's not math. And y'all, Shade Squad, drop down in the comments, let us know what you think. But I did think like Nell said, the math isn't mathing because, as Jasmine stated, you have to make a certain amount of money to get these people over here. You have to, so, and you sure can't. Now, granted, he had already done the paperwork, but as Jasmine said, that definitely would mess up her getting sponsorship to bring her kids and her sister over here, which was a part of the, I guess, always a part of the original plan. So she's obviously upset, stressed out. So, you know, the best way to, you know, make her happy is spend some money. So he takes her out and they go to the spa, they get massages.
I thought it was a grand idea.
I did too, but I was just like, but didn't we just say we were hurting for money? But okay. So
and well, he messed up.
That's true. So as they're sitting there and, you know, finally kind of relaxing, she doesn't seem as uptight. He's all relaxed. And then there comes a point in time where the lady masseuse is like rubbing up on her and she's like, oh, that hurts. Like, you know, leave my ex alone. Leave the ex alone. And so he was like, well, what's wrong with your ex?
He's like, I ain't putting none in there.
Right. And, oh, I don't know with them. Again, I don't want to go down that hole. Definitely not that one.
Definitely not down that hole.
No, definitely not that one. So yeah. So then basically that's when Jasmine decides to spill the beans to Gino that, yeah, I went and got butt implants. And he's like, okay, you're playing. And she's like, no, I went and got butt implants. And, you know, it was for you. Because remember, I was losing so much weight. And then what I think added insult to injury, she lied and told him she caught the vid in order to cover up her getting surgery. That is awful. I'm over here thinking about you possibly maybe being on your D bed, and yet
I mean, it's possible she could have been.
I wouldn't have done.
Yeah. Get out. Get out.
That's funny. She said, but see, here's my thing. And I guess maybe because they live in different countries. Because my thing is, if she was getting that small, could Gino not tell that her butt was significantly bigger? That's another thing. The math ain't mathing. Jasmine did always have a nice body, but her thing was not thinging like that. So you have to, like, it's clearly noticeable that something was done. So again, TLC, y'all are kind of playing in our faces because it's not adding up. So anyway, so Jasmine told him the news, and then as the cherry on top by letting him know that she spent a little bit of her savings and the money for the wedding dress that he gave her. So now he's
I thought it was funny that he was like, how could you make a decision like that without talking to me first? She's like, the same way you did.
Well, yeah, but then I love when he throws it back at her. All this you want done in the house, right?
You just spent it on your ass.
You just spent it on her ass.
He showed up there. I said, there you go. He was like, you want all this remodel? You want all these new appliances? It's in your ass.
Look, and Nellz can tell you from experience, I clock like that. Don't let me want something and you around here making purchases, okay? I clock it, everything. Every time you go to the store for a soda, that could have been going towards what I need. Okay.
No new cars. No.
Anyway, and so basically Gino's so upset with her because he feels so betrayed. He feels like Jasmine is selfish, that she's taking advantage of him basically. And you know, he thinks that he basically
and he said, like, is this gonna be my life forever? It made me think about what you said. Yeah, basically, yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. And I love when Jasmine was like, well, I would have never done this had I known you were broke. I said, she has no clue.
Budget stuff.
Right. She's like, if we were on a budget, I was like, you probably can't even spell budget, poor baby. But and that was Gino and Jasmine. And and then before we head out, she lets us know that Dane gave her the remaining amount of money
$2,000
to pay off her butt.
The amount that was in her savings.
But she decided not to explain that to Gino because he's so upset at this point. even though we know he's going to forgive her because, you know, that's what they do.
I said it on camera. Guess what? Dane is back home. He ain't in the US. I don't expect him to come to any reunions or come forward or anything like that. Guess what? It's going to my grave right along with these implants.
Well,
Okay.
I would have told Gino, I'm just out here eating these collard greens that Kirok's mama was making.
Nikki and Justin is up next.
He actually
Nikki's
looked decent this episode. Justin. Eeyore.
Oh, Justin.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
And
hear
Nikki,
that.
actually, I mean, and I say that to say, I don't know if it's lashes or what she did, if she went and got another surgery, but she looked less like a cat this episode. In my opinion.
I'm gonna agree to disagree.
Okay.
So Nikki's friend Chanel came by to pick her up to take her to the airport. On the way there, they're discussing Nikki and Justin's relationship because apparently Nikki used to have some sugar daddies back in the day, but now she done turned into a whole sugar mama. And Chanel was like, this lady know better. Like, the hell? She said she gives this man a nice size allowance. Okay. She don't know how much it is, but she knows it's a lot of money. She pays for all his cosmetic procedures, vacations. What does Nikki do?
I got everything. And
do we know what Nikki does?
She was like a hairstylist or a beauty consultant, remember? And that's why when they said that, I said, are you really making that much money? Again, because I don't know who she's consulting. Who is paying her?
Some people want to look like a cat, Chad. I told you.
Actually, you know what? There are a lot of.
And then go get that man overseas.
Look, there are a lot of cats out here. So you're right about that. Maybe she went and consulted Kim. I'm trying to be nice.
Kim who? Oh. You ain't shit.
Oh
my God.
She looks like a cat now too. I'm sorry. I'm a little Kim fan, but we all know she don't look the same.
Jesus Christ, this child need a cat nap. She on one right now. All right, so let her know that, you know, his friends aren't really cool with them being together. They did like her when they first met her, but now that they know who she really is, they just switched up on her. And Chanel is really not too sure about their relationship because she says anytime Nikki tells her about him, it's all negative. She was like, you know, they'll have a good time and then they had an argument. She'll say that they had a great time doing something, then there was an argument. Now, Justin is back at home. He's getting prepared to pick Nikki.
It seems like she picked a lot of fights.
Who?
Nikki. Because to me, I don't know. I get the vibe, and maybe it's something, it may be cultural. Y'all can drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. But I feel as if he's very, I don't want to say boring, but like monotone. Like when he talk, like there's no deflection or inflection in his voice. It's very like he doesn't, like he was like, I'm so excited to see her. Oh yes, I am so happy.
I think that,
and that's why I said I don't know if it's a cultural thing because I know Andre is also from Moldova, but when he gets angry, he like his voice raises.
And that's what I was about to say. So to me, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that Justin can't get angry because she's paying for his life.
Oh, well, that's true because she's paying his way.
And Andre, it was not the same situation. So he could express emotion. He could say whatever the hell he wanted to, and you know, because he was paying his way. But Justin has to stay monotone because, you know, money rules the world. Okay.
Yes, it does.
Now, Justin is getting prepared to pick up Nikki from the airport. He says he's super excited, but like Tree says, doesn't really show very much. He says it's been 9 months. He even bought a welcome mat to put outside the door so she could be the first one to step on
this is what I love, because when he did that, the first thing I thought about, you bought a welcome mat with her money. He didn't spit by that.
The first thing I thought was, that's it. and she giving you all this money. But I did say the flowers was nice.
Oh, and you didn't see the first. You didn't see when he was putting the luggage in the car, and he was like, "I hope this is full of gifts."
Yeah. Oh, I did. I saw that. I did. Your allowance. It's your gift, sir. Now he's curious to see how, it's going to go when she arrives and see how everyone takes to her and feels, that's going to determine their relationship. Sir, don't let it determine the bills that's getting paid because your friends can't afford it. Okay. Now, when Nikki touches down, he said that he was excited to see her. He's so in love. But then he gives her a grandpa kiss. I don't know. It was giving very much, it was a sugar baby obligation. Is what it was. It's really what it was giving. After leaving the airport, they went out to go get some food, and immediately he felt like they were getting noticed. He said, in his country, women only dress like her when they're going out, but she's dressed like she's going to a nightclub all the time. Then he tells her that they should only go out during the day and not at night because she looks like a trans porn star.
Did you also hear when he kept saying to himself, "She's a woman, she's a woman"? I said, we know that as viewers, we've accepted that. Have you? Because it seems like you're trying to convince yourself.
I think I don't think he has a problem admitting that.
Okay.
Yeah, because she even said, so basically she lets him know that's definitely not happening. Okay. She said, "You are not shoving me in the dark." And she now believes that he's dating someone in the nightlife, which, she said would actually hurt even more than if he wasn't able to accept the fact that she was trans. But you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that actually was the case because apparently they're having problems, communicating at night. He said, he'd just be tired and, the time difference, they don't really get to talk much. But yeah, he tried to tell her, "Yeah, we'll see if I take you out tonight." She said, "No, that's absolutely not gonna happen, sir.
Well, would
I
you
pay
want
these
to take
bills."
your sugar daddy out with you at night? Now that you said, like, now that I don't know why when I watched it, I didn't get that. But now that I'm like really sitting here thinking about it, because she even says that they've broken up time and time again, and she always runs back. So it don't even seem like he really wants you like that. You're the one that keeps coming back, and you're giving him money. So it's like you're paying for him to, and I noticed she kept saying something about, "Oh, this is the best unconditional love I could get anywhere." And I was thinking it's conditional until them checks stop clearing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Y'all
interesting.
went all these years without talking, without communicating, living your own lives because he was trying to get over it and, find himself or whatever. No, he was trying to find them bills to show you he owed so you can pay him.
Yeah, that might have been it. And I don't know. Look, I'm like, poor Nikki, she getting bamboozled. But
It was just what's weird to me is I don't know, like it was conflicting information because she says she wants to make sure that he's prepared for this marriage financially, emotionally, and all this other stuff. But boo, he's already not prepared financially because you're paying for everything. So
and look, at least he was sweet. He said some nice things to her.
so do all sugar babies do. They know what the hell to say. It's
you
just
might be better off with a love after lockup.
it's just like a job, boo. You gonna talk to your boss crazy?
Well, that's true.
No, you don't want to lose your job.
Here is I really don't like this guy. I really don't like this guy.
I really don't.
I don't. But we're jumping into Rob and Sophie. Now, Sophie gets up the next morning to, go take her shower outdoors. And she's complaining about the bathroom situation. Now, Rob thinks that she's being bougie by demanding a bathroom inside the home. He's like, "That's not what we do here. Sir, I have never lived anywhere where I don't have a restroom inside my
I
home.
love how she
I don't care
was
if
like,
it was a studio."
I love how she was like, "How is wanting a bathroom inside the building bougie?"
I don't know. And then it just made me feel like, oh, so because you're okay with living like this, now you want her to be okay with it. No. And so my notes say I'm in agreement with her. Rob's just not that guy. I don't know why she's wasting her time. So
I
Rob,
don't know why she moved there. And it's not like you don't know what you was walking into.
I don't either.
You knew already.
So Rob takes Sophie out for a walk on the beach, Venice Beach to be exact. And she asks about, the cost to live close to there or whatever. And he tells her,
she was looking at the real estate boy. She was like, I like that house. I like that house. It
right.
would be so great to live here. So relaxing.
And he's like, it's $2,500 a month. And I'm not
25,000.
Oh, 25,000 a month. And I'm not gonna lie. At first I was like, he might be reaching. I don't think that they could get somewhere and live with it less than 25,000 a month with a bathroom inside. Yes. But living on the beach, I'm kind of with him because it's California. I'm sure that it probably does cost something close to that to live.
Yeah, it was a house on Venice Beach. So it doesn't surprise, and it's in California. Like, it doesn't surprise me that it was 25,000 a month. So maybe that can give her an idea of what the prices are out there, but that don't mean I need to live in Inglewood?
Yeah. And I think that even if you live in Inglewood, you can find somewhere with a restroom, somewhere that has a restroom in it.
He got to be paying like $200-300 a month or something for this place because, like she said,
it's giving you're renting a room, like literally. Like it makes me wonder, does he even have like a full kitchen, or if he has like if he has a little mini fridge and like maybe a little low key stove top, like one of them like college joints.
I don't know, but she was like, I mean, in normal apartments, they at least have like a living room and
right. Even if you have a studio, you have you know what I mean, a living, or you can separate and make that a living space. So I don't know, but anyway, so then what's even more surprising, we learned that supposedly she comes from money, but she wants to be independent and doesn't want to ask her family for money. So
since she was what, 16 or 17 or something.
Yeah. So basically he's like, because he was telling her like, oh well, yeah, if you want to put in on it or something like that. And I was like, that's not what she said. But I didn't
even if she was able to put in on it, looking at where you came from, you still couldn't even match her half. Because looking at her place compared to yours, sir.
Right. And so basically she's like, well, that's messed up because I would if I could. I can't work right now. And he's like, well, there we go. So it is what it is. And
well, there we go. You need to stop hanging out on the beach and looking for another job like you were supposed to before I got here.
We still don't know what he does because he just does odd jobs. You know what it's giving? It's giving Uber driver, DoorDash. And I'm not, and this is no shade to anybody that does that, but when he says odd jobs and it's not like, oh, I do this on the side, like it gives me the thought, like when he needs money, he'll probably go drive Uber or he'll go deliver some food to make a.
But you know what? Because some of the people I talked to that were like Uber drivers and stuff, they said they actually make really good money. So,
but that has to be something you're doing all day
consistently. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
So
he doesn't give you that vibe. He wants to go to the beach. He wants to go. He
probably just does it enough to pay his rent.
Right. No. So anyway, then as they're walking down the beach, he's scrolling through his phone and she notices, of course, she's like all up in his phone, which I would be too if you're gonna be on the phone in front of my face.
Right next to me. Like we ain't supposed to be having an intimate romantic walk on the beach, like you said. You want to take me to a broke man's date? Can we at least spend some broke man time together?
Woo. Well, because you know how I would have felt. Ain't no blanket, ain't no food.
No bottle, no nothing.
So now he admits
crackers, no
nothing. So he admits that there was some girl dressed up as Dora the Explorer in booty shorts on his phone, but he said it was just.
I don't want your broke ass.
Right. Maybe it was Carmela, but we realized. But
you definitely don't want your broke ass.
Okay.
Carmela about that money.
Christian is about that money.
That's true.
So no, basically he's like, Sophie's jealous and I wish she wasn't. And he just wants more of a chill relationship. And he explains that, I'm not concerned about what pages she's following and, because I'm not all in your phone. And so Sophie does admit she has a hard time trusting him after he, had his little online cheating incident. And so then they decide to go for a dog walk. I noticed she brushes a lot of things off, but I guess once people get here and they're not like stuck, but they just kind of shrug it off. I don't know, because I feel like they wouldn't normally. Well, no, because she knew when she signed it, and the way he talks to her.
I don't think she backs down.
He's sassy.
He is, but I don't think she backs down like I've seen a lot of other people back down.
True. I don't know.
There's been things that like he said and she still snapped back and she's like what she say? Like even the last episode, she was like, well, in my defense, it was your fault. Like
the elevator thing?
Yeah, like she'll like, she say her little, you know what I mean? I don't think she backed down more like as much as other people do.
I don't know. I also don't like the way he speaks to her. I don't know. It's not giving like he really gives.
You wouldn't be able to talk to me like that, sir. You can't even take me out to dinner.
I don't want to say it like this. You're not broke, but you're kind of broke. You don't really have anything. That's what I'm saying. And you got the nerve to be shallow, and you look kind of low key rude and sassy.
I don't know where he's not broke from.
I'm trying to give him some.
Are you saying because he has a place?
Yeah, I'm trying to give him some.
People in shelters have a place.
You're an asshole. So anyway, they're out walking the dog. That looked like something
that was given him free from the government.
You stupid. He's out walking the dog, and he actually seems like he cares more about the damn dog than he do her. But she's anxious. She's like, can we just get to the nice part of LA? Because as you can see, they walking around, and I'm not even gonna lie to her.
I tell you, I said she online trying to find where the real LA money at.
Right. She
where the ballers be at.
Okay. She was like, this is not Sunset. I don't know what this is. She said, this is normal.
Can we go back to Venice?
You heard me? She said, this is normal die. So, for all our LA viewers, y'all know what I'm talking about. So she brings up the videos from 2 years ago. And she feels like now, is the time to do it before they jump the broom. And then when she does ask him or want to bring it up, he flips on her. And it's like, when are you gonna let that go?
When it leaves my mind and my body.
My biggest pet peeve is when a mother does something wrong, gives you a reason to be angry and mad, and then want to know when you're gonna let it go.
That's why it's easier to just let them go.
Right.
I'll let it go when your ass is gone. I ain't got to keep you reminded of it. How about that?
He doesn't feel like he cheated. He says he was just having a conversation with someone that hit him up late at night and he was in the bed.
So let me tell you why there's holes in this story. So he wouldn't have been able to tell me no mess like that. He said this happened in less than a day. This girl hit him up. He responded, and he just responded to the wrong person, because then she sent messages to what's the child name? What's her name again?
Sophie.
Yeah, and then she sent messages to Sophie. So you mean to tell me in less than a day? Okay.
He said it was only an hour.
This girl hit you up, sent you these messages. Y'all had this in-depth conversation where she felt comfortable sending you pictures and things like that. You were sending her pictures, and then got so in her feelings about the girlfriend that she found out about, to find out who she was, screenshot these messages and send it to her all in less than a day. Why is she so invested if she didn't even know you, sir? Why is she so invested? Why she want to mess up what you got going on if she don't even know you?
That is a great point.
No, absolutely not. There's no way. You wouldn't have been able to tell me no mess like that, and I'ma just believe it. Well, you would have started a whole fight that you think you can sit in my face and lie to me like this, and you think I'm dumb enough to believe that mess. It would have been a problem.
No, those are all very good points. Now I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it makes no sense. That don't make no sense. A woman's not gonna do that if she's not invested. I just talked to you. If you don't want to talk to me no more, okay, then you done. And it's only been an hour? I would get less than 24 hours.
No, and you know what lets me know to me that he's not remorseful is because he even says, I talked to the wrong person. Not I fucked up, what I did was wrong. He just, I got caught up with the wrong.
I responded to the wrong
person.
Because
like,
she's the one
because she's the one that sent you
the because she's the one that sent you the messages. So if I talk to somebody else that'll keep it under wraps, that's the right person.
That's what they gave me. And Sophie basically says, like, I can see it in his face. He looks guilty when he's talking about it. And she was like, I just don't like how he brushes it off and gets mad and, you know, tries to move on like nothing happened and, you know, not take any accountability. And basically it's like, I don't know if I want to walk down the aisle and be married to this man if this is how he gonna move. But we clearly know that's how he gonna move. And he's, now that you took him back, he's just gonna move better and make sure he messes with somebody that ain't gonna report back to you.
The right one.
The right one.
Mm-hmm. Teresa's favorites, Ashley and Manuel. Oh, that's her favorite. She loves these people.
I like Manuel. I don't like Ashley.
So after their argument, Manuel had some whiskey and they had the tango. Okay. Apparently they had such a great night that he didn't even notice that he woke up to the dog laying next to him in the bed. Then Ashley, she comes in, she gets him up to go to the grocery store because apparently she's been waiting on him to fill her fridge. I hate that. I hate grocery store runs. Why are you gonna wait till I get here? Just have it when I get here. So we ain't got to leave the house. So but
I thought it was cute. I actually really enjoyed watching this because he just seems so like amused by like every like, oh, that's not real meat. Like I thought that was cute.
I guess because he's coming from another country, but I know
some things that we take for granted.
Listen, I know someone who used to wait till I got there to want to go to the grocery store because it was so romantic and nice to go to the grocery store together, and it used to aggravate the hell out of me. I don't like going to the grocery store while I'm home.
Oh no, I don't like going to the grocery store by myself.
Why did I come all the way over here to go to the grocery store?
Oh no.
Please have the groceries already. There. So I can wake up and make something.
If your best bet is to tell me to stop along the way, if you really want something. But what we not
well, you can't. You can if you're catching flights to get there.
Oh no.
I like to wake up and already have my stuff ready, cook something up, and maybe lay it back down. I don't want to get up, get ready, and go to the store and then that's
that's not cute. That's not cute.
So they get there. She shows him just how American we are here in America with all the fake food that we have. He's completely
but everything that they were pointing out, it was like vegan and da-da-da. So I was like, that's not fake. It may not be real meat, but like but to tell the boy that vegan food is not real.
Well, you don't really know what it is. You don't really know what it is.
That's true.
And what she said was it was fake meat. She didn't say it was fake food. She's saying it's fake meat. They're saying it's some type of vegan meat, but it's not meat. It's vegetables. So really, it's fake meat. And really, you don't know what's in it. They're telling you it's vegetables. I feel like it's just like everything else that you don't know what the hell you're eating. So basically, when they're headed back to the house, she let him know that they'll be having dinner with her mom and then asked if he spoke to his mom. He said no because he doesn't want her. What? Well, basically, he says no because he didn't want her to be upset. And she said that she would like his mom to know that he's being taken care of while he's there in the U.S. And she wants him to know where he is. Apparently, he also has 2 teenagers, which I didn't know of. But apparently, they're used to him being gone because this is what he does.
I guess so, because that was one thing that did bother me. It just seemed too easy. Like he was more concerned about missing his mama than he was his kids.
Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe the kids live with the mom or something, and maybe who knows? I think he lived with his mom, so maybe that's why he probably saw the mom more.
But those are still your kids.
But I'm thinking he saw the mom more than he saw the kids. And the kids are used to not seeing him like for 3 months at a time,
But
apparently.
leaving and going to a different country is totally different than okay. I can
And
guarantee you he won't be back in 3 months unless he's going back to stay.
well, basically, I don't think the kids will. It will matter to the kids. They used to not seeing his ass as it
Look,
is.
just send him some money.
That's what it sounds like he does. Okay. And I mean, listen, if that's what you can do, then do it. Okay. So
Some
now
fathers
she
in America won't do that. So
that lives right down the street
right.
that they can see all the time. Now apparently she doesn't even know if the kids know who she is after they've been talking on and off all these years and they're engaged now. But she says he's always been pretty secretive. It's always bothered her a little bit, but it's time he works on that. So at dinner, Ashley's mom is rushing them to have babies and get married, and Manuel is really not on that. Okay. And probably because he has 2 teenagers of his own. And
Right.
now he knows that this lady is a witch. He doesn't really want to do that. Now
I'm not mad at him. That's exactly what I thought too when he said, like, I'm not introducing no child to this. Like, if that's what you want to do, cool, but I'm not signing up for it.
So she kind of changed her tune a little bit when she found out that he moved over to the US without letting his family know, and then lied about him being in another town for work, and feels that it raised some red flags. When she tried to press him about it, he basically told her that he wasn't going to argue about it. This is the situation and it is what it is. And he noticed that she didn't really like that very much, but he said she got to accept it because that's who he is.
I was like, okay.
And listen, but you know what's so bad? It might have came out, but that's why I said I love people from another country, because they don't really try to sugarcoat stuff.
Right.
But they're also not being rude, because really that is what the situation is.
Right.
He's not lying. That is what it is. Now, apparently
He reminds me a little bit of, I think his name is Luis. Luis had the one that was with Molly, and she married him and brought him over here, and then he locked himself in her house, and she was trying to.
That man was crazy.
But he had a very attitude. Like, he was just like, no. She was like, can you take the trash out? No. Can you cook? No. Like, he was just very straightforward.
No, he annoyed me. He would have been locked outside.
No, it annoyed you because Molly's such a sweet person, but
he would have been locked outside my house.
She couldn't get him out. That's the problem. That technically was her husband. They were married.
Guess what? We would have took a trip to the grocery store.
You stupid.
Now apparently Rico has respected Manuel as the man of the house and stopped sleeping in the bed. Hey! Okay. He made his own little bed underneath it. Okay, with a little cover, a little pillow. And Ashley said that, this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship for them. She's okay with this transition because apparently Rico is just a cock blocker.
That's how most dogs are.
Huh?
So that's how most dogs are.
Yeah, see, we can't be having that. Now, over dinner that Manuel made for them, Ashley let him know that it's time to call his mom and tell her where the hell he is. And she basically wasn't taking no for an answer. She, like, if he was
trying to call your mom.
Yeah, basically. So they went outside, called her on FaceTime, and she sees Ashley in the background, and she's like, where the hell are you?
Right.
Like, great, nice to see you, Ashley, but where are y'all for y'all to be together? So he explained that he's in the US. Things happen so quickly, and he apologized for not getting a chance to say goodbye. That's BS. Because this is a whole process.
Right.
Maybe mama didn't want to get in your ass. Maybe she don't know the process. Who the hell knows? But that was a bold-faced lie.
I know. She took it very, she clearly was like, that's messed up, and, kind of tapped him on the wrist a little bit, but even still, the way she could have been upset, and him being so, I don't know, he seemed very nonchalant to me.
It would have just been all the lies for me. I would have just had to question the lies, because why do you feel the need to lie?
Well, not even that. It would make me think, if you're that's your mama and your kids. And as her mama said, if you are that quick to just walk away from them, not say bye, what type of weight do I hold in your life? What's keeping you from doing the same to me later on in life? If you'll do that to your mama and your kids, that would, to me, would be a huge red flag. I wouldn't be able to trust him after that. I would always be, in my mind, paranoid that, especially if you have a plan or a plot to come over here or whatever, that you're going to find somebody else and go live your best life. And now you got your citizenship. You don't need me. And clearly you have no problem taking off and not giving a fuck. So I don't know. That would worry me. But I still like Manuel.
Well, his mom was very accepting and forgiving. She did remind him, though, don't forget about the family. Now we all know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of the reason why he didn't say goodbye. Now he says
No, the call dropped.
Oh, I don't mean goodbye on that phone call. I mean goodbye, period.
Oh, yeah, we know what that means.
The call drops.
Send money home.
Yeah, exactly. Now he says part of the reason that he didn't say goodbye before he left, is so that he wouldn't change his mind. Because, he was head of the household and he was taking care of a lot of responsibilities. But now it's time for him to live his life. But that doesn't mean he's going to forget about his family either. So apparently he plans to, you know how they do, start working and, send money back home or whatever. But maybe he didn't want to be pressed about it. Now, looking at the previews for next week, they might already be pressing. Right. Maybe I think that's why he I just, came over here for a little bit. Because now, if I'm working in another town in my country, it's different than me working in the U.S. My money go long over there. So.
Well, and I think too, I don't even think what I picked up from the previews is not even like his family from Ecuador that's trying to reach out to him. It's like family that's already in the States, that's already here. And they're trying to link up with him. That's why she's low-key paranoid. Did he come over here just so he could dip out? And again, because he would just pop up and leave. And now all of a sudden they want to call him, link up with him. So she's worried he'll just leave her and go off with his family.
Well, I mean, technically they didn't even know whose fault is that? Because they didn't even know that he was there until he made the phone call to his mama.
That part.
So it's not like I wouldn't say that was the plan. Otherwise, he would have got in contact with them. They didn't know that he was in the U.S. and didn't start blowing up his phone or her phone until he called the mom and said that he was over there, because nobody knew he was in the U.S. So I wouldn't say that was his plan.
Well, there goes Nellz with her great points again. Well, yes, thank you guys. Oh, are you done? You finished? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was done.
Well, yes, thank you guys for tuning in to another review of the 90-Day Fiancé season 10. If you have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And make sure that you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, we will catch you next week for another review. Have a great, happy hump day, because this is when you'll probably get it. So happy hump day and have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.
Good night.